Hi everyone, good afternoon, Yums J. Okay, so I am Miss Ira Resurrection Bambasin. I will be your instructor for 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. So since the classes are suspended today, but we are required to have a synchronous class, provided the instructions by our school directress, Miss Marian Belatian. So since this is our first meeting supposedly, I'll be recording the subject orientation instead. So for the other classes, if it's our first meeting, I'll be giving them instructions and I'll be discussing our subject orientation, plus I'll be giving them the pre-test for the subject. But since you are at home, we are not present in the school or in your classroom at Chowking 102, I'll just be recording our subject orientation, and we'll have the pre-test next meeting, which is on Monday. So I asked in our GC if our face-to-face class will be done every Monday from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. However, what is written or printed in your registration cards are Friday or is Friday 12:30 to 2:30. So, meron pong changes doon ano, kasi po, yung nakalagay na teacher ninyo sa registration card, which is Miss Brafar, I think nagkaroon ng conflict sa kanyang schedule. So, in-advise ako ng branch registrar, which is Sir Adrian Barrias. Siya po yung nag-i-schedule ng mga subject ninyo, which is the head of the registrar's office, no? Ang sabi niya po sa akin, ako ang magiging instructor ninyo sa 21st literature every Monday, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So, ika-clarify ni Ma'am Roslyn Faraque, your advisor, to the registrar's office kung paano yung magiging changes or yung update sa inyong schedule. Pero, yung schedule natin ng 21st na Monday, 4:30 to 6:30, that's already fixed, no? Yun po yung binigay sa aking instruction ng registrar. So, abangan na lang natin kung paano yung changes sa schedule ninyo sa ibang subject, no? Kasi napansin ko ang inyong Monday, 4:30 to 6:30 ay si Ma'am Pablo. So, possible na magpalit kami ng schedule. But, still, again, we are waiting for the final decision coming from the branch registrar, which will be instructed to you by your class advisor. Okay? So, waiting tayo doon. Alright? So, but let me continue my subject orientation for you guys. So we have 5 agenda for today. The first one is checking of registration card. Of course, this will be done during our face-to-face class the next week, no? And then the class schedule, class rules, quarter 1 and 2 topics, and grading system. So right now, and tomorrow, I'll be sending you a video lecture of the lesson 1 and 2. Pero ayoko namang magbigay kaagad ng lecture nang hindi ko na ibibigay ang orientation patungkol sa subject natin. No? Because supposedly this will build the rapport or the connection within the teacher and the students para clear din yung do's and don'ts for our subject, clear ang inyong grading system, yung pag-aaralan. No? So, this should be the first one you must watch before the video lectures I'll be sending in our GC. I hope that's clear for everyone. And if you have questions or clarifications, direct it to the GC. Don't worry, I'll be sending responses until 6 p.m. Okay po? So, aside from the class rules, we'll be having the quarter 1 and quarter 2 topics. Papasulyapan ko lang sa inyo kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin for the whole first semester in this subject, and then yung grading system, because you might be wondering kung paano po kino-compute ang inyong grades. So, I'll be showing that to you also. Okay. Checking of reg card sa Monday na yan. And then, for the class schedule, your section is UMS J. And then, we'll be having our class at Choking Room 102, subject 21st Century Literature from the Philippines and the World. So, ang schedule po natin, according sa branch registrar, will be every Monday, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So, if you would have noticed sa inyong registration cards, meron po diyang naka-red font. Pag po red font, ang ibig sabihin nan ay online class. Okay? So, if you are confused kung paano po ang setup ng ating online class, no? Let's start with this one. We have F to F. Again, this is in black font, and then we have the online class in red font. So, pag sinabi po natin face-to-face, of course, you are inside the school, you are inside the classroom, which is Chowking 102 again, no? And then for online class, we have two types of online classes. If you are not aware of this, we have synchronous online class and asynchronous online class. So ano po yung synchronous? From the word sync, no? Ibig sabihin sabay-sabay or sama-sama. Tayo po ay nasa Google Meet, okay? Doon po tayo nagkakaroon ng class discussion. So, yung mga wala pang application na Google Meet, kayo po ay mag-download na, but hindi po ito every Tuesday, no? Hindi po ito linggo-linggo merong synchronous online class. So, nakadepende po ito. Halimbawa, naghahabol tayo ng lecture, no? Kasi tuwing face-to-face, magkakaroon tayo ng discussion and activity, no? So, for synchronous, usually, nangyayari po ang synchronous online class via Google Meet kapag merong cancellation ng classes. So, for example, ngayon nagkaroon ng, cancellation. So, tomorrow magkakaroon tayo ng, synchronous online class o kaya ay recorded na, 'no, para hindi hassle dun sa ibang students na makasabay at the exact time. Kasi 'pag synchronous, 4:30 to 6 ay nasa Google Meet tayo. Pero halimbawa maaga natapos, edi maaga ko kayong palalabasin or pauuwiin halimbawa, 'no. Kasi since bagyuhan 'no, medyo struggle ang mga estudyante natin in terms of the data or the internet connection. So, sa mga ganitong pagkakataon nagse-send na lang ako ng recorded video. Okay, so halimbawa naman ang cancellation ay holiday, um araw ng kagitingan, yung mga gano'ng pagkakataon, yun nagkakaroon ako ng Google Meet kapag naghahabol lang sa discussion. Okay, but don't worry, I'll be sending a notification or message in our GC if there will be synchronous or asynchronous online class. So the second type po is asynchronous online class. Ano po ito? For example, good day students, kindly accomplish this activity today and submit it next face-to-face class. So for our asynchronous online class po, usually after the discussion, halimbawa Lunes nag-discuss ako and then hindi nakagawa ng activity or limited lang yung time, 'no? The time doesn't permit for us to accomplish the activity, I'll be sending it on our online class schedule. Tapos hindi po kayo required, mag-submit kaagad ng activity na pinapagawa ko right in our online class schedule, 'no? Hindi kayo required na 4:30 to 6:30 lang kayo makakapag-send ng activity dahil ang ginagawa ko po ay you have to submit the activity next face-to-face class, okay? So, ibig sabihin po, you have the entire 7 days to accomplish the activity. That's why I'm expecting everyone to have or to present, to submit their activity on time. Bakit po? Kasi 7 days na yon. Okay? Maalwan na po yon para sa inyo. Makakasabay na sa ibang mga subjects. So, wala akong maririnig na hindi ko po nagawa, hindi ko po natapos, hindi ko po nadala because you have the entire 7 days or one whole week to accomplish the activity. Okay po? Alright. Next is our class rules. So for every subject teacher, there are class rules, the do's and don'ts. And for me, ito po yung atin. Okay, so let me just fix the camera. Okay, so the first one is do not be late in class. Okay, so maliwanag naman tayo doon. Since third class naman to, third schedule ninyo sa afternoon class ninyo, basically wala na sana mali 'no, kasi nandun na kayo sa classroom ninyo, okay po. And then, if you are late for 3 times, that is equivalent to 1 absent and i-explain ko later kung bakit napakaimportante ng inyong attendance sa inyong grade. And then, kapag nauna si teacher sa loob ng classroom, that means that you are already late, okay. Since ang mga klase ko ay sa main building, so manggagaling pa ako ng main building, siguro makakarating ako sa atin or sa klase natin ng mga 4:40 around that time. Okay po. So you have the grace time of 10 minutes if you would want to have a quick snack. Okay? And then number two, announcements, activities, quizzes, and other updates will be posted in the GC. So make sure na lahat po ng kaklase ninyo na enrolled sa ating subject, which is enrolled in your section UMS J, ay nasa GC natin. So please double check that. I am giving the task to the class president and to the vice president of your section. Okay? So, lahat po ng announcement na nasa GC ay importante. So, I'm expecting everyone to leave a reaction once acknowledged. Okay? So, iwasan po ang ugali na hindi sinisin ang message sa GC. Dahil si teacher ay magsasendag naman ng information or message sa GC kapag importante ang sasabihin. Okay, so lahat po ng naandoon ay importante, so make sure to acknowledge. Ano po yung reaction na iiwan sa mga message ni ma'am sa GC? For example, like or heart, wag naman angry. Wag na pong angry ang iwanan na reaction. Halimbawa, nag-announce si Miss I. So, Miss I pala ang tawag sa akin ng iba kong mga estudyante, no? So, you can call me Miss I. Nag-announce si Miss I ng quiz next face-to-face meeting. So, angry yung reaction. Wag naman po, like or heart or other reactions that you might want to leave. No, just for me to know that you really understood and have read no the information or the messages I sent in our GC. No, dun po para doon ang reaction, hindi dahil ay si ma'am gusto maraming likers, hindi po gano'n. Para lang malaman ko na nabasa at naintindihan po lahat ng, message ko sa GC at wala ng katanungan 'no. Kapag meron naman tanong, don't worry, you can send it in our GC as well. Number three, phones must be kept inside your bag. So since most of the time we will be having discussions for our face-to-face classes, I'm expecting everyone to have their phones inside their bags. Don't worry kapag meron tayong group activities or performances that you have to use your phones, I'll be requiring you or I'll be permitting you to use your phones. No, you just have to ask for permission. And hindi ko naman po nire-require ang lahat na naka-silent mode ang phone. Bakit? Siyempre baka magkaroon ng emergency na 'wag naman sana 'no, tumawag si mommy, si daddy, maririnig kaagad natin. So hindi ko naman kayo pipigilan sagutin ang inyong mga phones kapag nagre-ring na. You just have to ask for my permission first 'no. Hindi yung labas ka agad ng room, hindi naman nagpapaalam. You just have to ask for my consent. Hindi naman kayo pagbabawalan, magsabi lang kayo, okey po? Next, number four, do not cheat or copy other people's work. So, plagiarism is the crime we call where a person copies another person's work without permission. So, yan po ay krimen, hindi lang sa loob ng school 'no, pati sa labas yan po ay bawal. Merong sanctions or consequences, karampatang parusa sa mga mahuhuli na ginagawa po yan. So, maraming, artificial intelligence na websites or platforms, may mga ChatGPT, OpenAI. So, iwasan po natin ang paggamit. Halimbawang pinagawa ko kayo ng essay or yung gusto ko na gawa mismo ninyo 'no, para naman maging fair sa lahat, okay. So, there are cases na zero nilalagay kong score kapag na-notice ko na lahat po ay copy sa internet or si AI ang gumawa, okay. So let me also tell you a story. For example, this is a real example. Last year, I asked my students to create an essay and they have to submit it next face-to-face class. So I don't have any idea or I'm really not thinking that they would commit any plagiarism acts because I trust them. Okay, so pinagkakatiwalaan ko yung mga estudyante ko. So ang sabi ko sa kanila, "Okay, submit your work. Next face-to-face meeting, you have to create an essay made, of course, from your own words, from your own mind, 'no?" And then ang nangyari ay nagpasa sila. So ako as teacher, I am very happy with the work of one of the students wherein ang ganda talaga nung output niya, tumbok na tumbok yung topic namin. Yung gusto kong mabasa or marinig from them, from that particular student ay naibigay niya sa akin. So I asked the student, okay, very good. You got the highest score in your class. Kindly share what you have written in your work. No? Kahit hindi mo sa ulo, you just have to share bit of lines, 'no? Para maintindihan ng mga kaklase mo or maunawaan kung bakit ikaw yung may pinakamataas na score, okay. Tapos si student tumayo sa harapan, sabi ko, "You don't have to speak in street English," kasi na-notice ko na hindi pa siya nagsasalita. Sabi ko, "You might be nervous or anxious, you don't have to speak in straight English. Sige kahit Taglish okey lang." Hindi pa rin nagsasalita. So sabi ko, "Okey sige Tagalog, kung ano lang yung mashi-share mo tungkol sa topic mo. Just 2 sentences is enough." 'No? Pero hindi pa rin siya nakapag-share. So I found out na kaya pala gano'n is hindi pala siya solo gumawa, tatlo pala sila. Katulong niya si ChatGPT at saka si OpenAI. So ayun 'no. Of course, hindi na valid yung work niya, zero na siya doon sa activity because of what he did or she did 'no. And then may another sanction pa akong ibinigay sa kanya. Okay, so iwasan po natin 'yon ano, kasi madadala niyo 'yan 'pag nag-college na kayo, nagtrabaho na kayo. Of course, we understand that there are benefits or positive contributions that AI or artificial intelligence are giving us, but make sure to use it well and use it accordingly. Okay po. Next, formative assessments after every discussion are probable. When we say formative assessments, these are short quizzes or in a form of recitation. I'll be asking what you have understand or if you really understood what I have discussed during our face-to-face class. Ano po? And it's probable, ibig sabihin, there's a possibility to have formative assessments. So, ang formative assessments po ay hindi recorded. So, ginagawa lang po ito ng mga teacher para ma-assure na ang mga estudyante ay naintindihan po ang diniscuss ni teacher. Kasi kung hindi po naintindihan, yun po ay uulitin. Okay po, yun yung purpose ng formative assessment. Number 6, inquiries will be entertained from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. Okay? So, since kayo ay afternoon session, ang klase ay 6 p.m., no? Kahit 6:30 ang nasa registration card, we are advised to let you go home at 6 p.m. dahil kawawa naman po kayo, baka mahirapan po kayo makasakay. Okay? So you can send me your questions or concerns. I understand that there are students who are shy enough to ask questions during face-to-face class or who have not yet think of any question during face-to-face class discussion. Okay lang po iyon. Kung nakaisip kayo ng tanong na nasa bahay na kayo, no? You can send me the message in our GC. Make sure na sa GC na po, i-direct ang tanong. Bakit po? Baka kasi parehas lang kayo ng tanong ng iba niyong makaklase. So, doon pa lang ay masasagot na po natin. Okay po? Puwede naman mag-PM halimbawa magpapaalam hindi makakapasok or any personal messages, puwede naman po. Pero kung tanong about our lessons, i-direct na or activities, i-direct na po sa GC. 'Wag na po tumawag or mag-chat ng 6 PM onwards or 6:01 onwards kasi may mga estudyante I don't know what they are thinking. Maybe, adrenaline rush, nalimutan na kinabukasan isa-submit yung activity. They are sending messages 12 midnight, 2 AM. They are calling 'no, sa mga subject teachers. So, 'wag na pong subukan, okay. So, magpahinga na po kayo ng mga gano'ng oras and yung mga teachers niyo ay nagpapahinga na rin ng gano'ng oras. Okay, so make sure to ask questions 7 AM to 6 PM. Okay, if not, yun po ay masasagot kinabukasan na. Alright. So here are our quarter 1 and quarter 2 topics in 21st century literature, meaning ito po ang pag-aaralan natin sa buong semestre. Ang ating pong semestre ay nahahati sa dalawang quarter, no? Quarter 1, after the lessons, I'll be giving you your grades after the exam as well. And then start tayo ng quarter 2, after that, bigay ulit ng grades. Okay po, nahati po yan sa dalawang quarters per subject. So after first semester, ibang subject na po kayo next semester. Okay? So most probably we will be dealing with lessons 1 to 5 for the first quarter. Kahit medyo late na tayo nag-start and I will try to handle that one. But if not, the rest of the lessons or topics will be done in the quarter 2. Okay? And for our grading system, all right. So again, for the first semester, we'll be having quarters 1 and 2. And since 21st century literature is a core subject, we have these elements or compositions in order to compute your grades. We have written works 25%. That means mga quizzes, mga essays, halimbawa nagpa-poster making, photo essay, or whatever it is that are written is included in here. For the performance task naman, for example, recitation, and group presentation, role playing. So, for performance tasks as well, isa dito na nilalagay ko is your attendance. So, right now, you have 100% in your attendance, but mababawasan siya once nag-absent ka ng walang paalam, nag-cutting ka na bigla ka nalang nawala, hindi, walang pasintabi, kung nagkasakit or may inattendang event sa school, na meron kasing mga excuse. For example, mga student journalists natin nagkaroon ng trainings, nagkaroon ng auditions 'no, excuse po 'yan. So kapag wala ka pong pasintabi, -1 ng -1 ang 100%, okay? If you would have noticed, your PT is composed of the highest percentage in the computation of your grades, okay? And core subject like 21st Lit. And the last one is the quarterly examination. This is 25% of your grade. This is usually 50 questions, pen and paper exam. Okay, sabay-sabay kayo ng lahat ng grade 11 for this one. All right, so that's it for our subject orientation. I will not ask everyone to introduce yourselves because for other sections, I asked them to have self-introduction in a creative and unique way. Pero since we are struggling with our time. We started late. This is the third week already, I believe. So, skip na natin yon. Dahil makikilala ko naman kayo based on your performance in my subject. Okay? So, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.